When we use Docker containers, it takes us back to before virtualization. We're gonna install one operating system on this entire thing. So one operating system gets access to everything our server has to offer. But why do that? That's the big question, right? What is Docker doing? Here's what it is, and this is crazy. I'm gonna drop this line on you, okay? Where virtualization and virtual machines are virtualizing hardware, Docker virtualizes the operating system. What? What does that even mean? Now this right here is what we commonly see when we visualize how virtualization works. We have our hardware, we've got our hypervisor, and then we have our guest operating systems. But let me show you what Docker looks like. We'll always have our hardware, but instead of a hypervisor, like we just discussed, we're gonna have one operating system installed on top of this hardware, or onto the hardware. And let's just say for our case, we are going to install Ubuntu. Now, here we go. We'll then have our good old buddy Docker fly in and make some magic happen. Docker installs like any other application you might install on Linux. It'll be a process running or a daemon running. And then using Docker, we will virtualize portions of our operating system, in this case, Ubuntu, to create containers. Which, by the way, we'll define here in a moment, but they're really doing the same thing as these virtual machines over here. They have the same function and they have a lot of the same qualities, which is why it's kind of cool how they can replace virtual machines. Controversial, but that's what I think. And these containers, much like VMs, can be running a different operating system. CentOS, and even Ubuntu. You can install Ubuntu on Ubuntu. What?